Valley Forge is the location of the 1777-1778 winter encampment of the Continental Army under General George Washington. Here, a collection of colonial militias supported by hundreds of camp followers and allies emerged under George Washington's leadership as a cohesive and disciplined fighting force. In late 1777, while the British occupied the Patriot capital of Philadelphia, Washington decided to have his troops winter at Valley Forge, only a day's march from the city. Valley Forge was a naturally defensible plateau where they could train and recoup from the year's battles, while winter weather, impassable roads, and scant supplies stopped the fighting. Contrary to popular myth, the Continental soldiers marching in to Valley Forge were not well supplied, were not downtrodden, just exhausted. The men who knew that they had come close to beating the British in battle, which made them cautiously optimistic about the future, and resigned theirselves to the task of establishing their winter camp. The winter of 1777-78 was not the coldest nor the worst winter experienced during the war, but regular freezing and thawing, thus intermittent snowfall and rain, coupled with shortages of provisions, clothing, and shoes, made living conditions extremely difficult. The Army procured supplies, built log cabins to stay in, and constructed makeshift clothing and gear, and cooked subsistence meals of their own concoction. Shortages of clothing did cause severe hardship for a number of men, but many soldiers were in full uniform. At the worst point in early March, the Army listed 2,898 men as unfit for duty due to the lack of clothing. During this time, well-equipped units took the place of their poorly dressed comrades and patrolled, forages, and defended the camp. Concentrating the soldiers in one vast camp allowed the Army to protect the countryside and be better able to resist a British attack. But it became costly when lack of supplies and hunger afflicted the inhabitants, and diseases like influenza and typhoid spread through the camp. While there was never a battle at Valley Forge, disease killed nearly 2,000 people during the encampment.
Please take a second to comment, subscribe, ring the bell to get notices of new videos, and please give a thumbs up.